Hey, it's Live with Bill Burns here this morning, coming to you from Remax First. Glad you could join us here. Live with Bill Burns is designed to bring local businesses and community leaders to the forefront to you so that you can know what's happening around our Southern Indiana, Louisville community. Today, by the way, make sure you like and share. Let's get this message out. Like and share this post so that more people can learn more about what's happening in our community. And by the way, if you know a guest or somebody that would be good for this show, drop me an email or a private message here on Facebook, and we'll be certain to try to accommodate. But we like keeping the community informed and bringing things to your forefront. Today, we have the good fortune of our guest, Phyllis Duke with the Clark County Opry. And who even knew we had a Clark County Opry right here in Jeffersonville? Such an amazing little secret right here in a place where when I was a kid, I believe that was the Translux Theater. I'm showing my age. It didn't last too many years. I think it went away before I got out of high school. But it was the Translux Theater in a shopping center that had, I believe Consolidated was in there, or CSC at one point, a store. Some of you may call it Big Lots, Jeff Plaza. There used to be a Winn-Dixie over here, and then it moved. But a mirage of things have been in that shopping center. And this is on a portion of 10th Street that the city of Jeffersonville is really kind of embracing and looking for redevelopment. And it's wonderful to see Phyllis bring the Clark County Opry to an area right there that really needs some revitalization and traffic to help it thrive and grow in that area. So she's located, I'm going to let you tell her story, but anyway, she's inside of Maxwell's House of Music right there. Some of you know it as Mom's Music, but we'll go right on. So Phyllis, appreciate you joining us today. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your background, what got you started with the Opry? I got the chance to speak to Phyllis a little bit before the program today, and I was amazed at the talent that her and her husband have and the experience and where their travels have taken them over the years in music. So she's got quite the story. So tell us a little bit, Phyllis.
Well, thanks for having us here for both of us. And well, my husband, before I met him, he had several jamborees in Louisville, and he's booked national talents, local talent. We do shows not only in a stabilized theater, but we book shows out at other different places. We have a company also called Rising Star Promotions, and so we do book entertainment in other places. When we met 22 years ago, we bought the Scott Theater that was in Scottsburg, and we changed that and made it into the Scottsburg Jamboree. And we had that for 6 years. And then we ended up going down around Santa Claus, and we ran at Lincoln City, and we ran the theater, Lincoln Amphitheater down there for 4 years. And then we wanted to go do some traveling, so we moved to Branson, Missouri, and ran a theater out there for a couple of years. And then we came home in 2009, and we didn't do much of anything. We just kind of surviving, taking vacations, what happens. And plus my husband works full time, and so he does this at night, and then I do it during the day and at night and during the middle of the night. It's a 24/7 job, and
it's called a small business.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we have 2 employees, me and him,
Right.
and so we just decided last year to pull up and try doing it again. And so we were looking for some buildings, and we couldn't find anything. I mean, we found a couple, and they were gorgeous, was perfect for what we needed, but the expenses was too much for us for a small business like us. And so as I was telling you a while ago, that we weren't going to look at any more. If we didn't find one in the last one I looked at, then we were going to just quit. Mm-hmm. And so my husband Bill, he was talking to Mark Maxwell on the phone at the same time when I was looking at a building, and Bill was telling him, he says, "Hey, by the way, we're looking for a building for a jamboree." And so he says, "Well, go no further." So we're really blessed. We felt like God put this into our hands, and he's going to get us through it. We're going to be big. And unfortunately, we did have to close down because of the COVID.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, you did get to open for a couple of shows, and then
Mm-hmm.
all this hit. And we were talking about That's My Dog and other businesses that
Mm-hmm.
the same way. But it seems like businesses that were trying to open are coming through it, and I think you'll be fine.
Oh, I know we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We just got to get through everything, and our biggest thing now is our last show was in March. We had one show. We got shut down right after that because of this pandemic, and we kind of feel like maybe people have forgotten about us. And this is just going to be kind of a reminder to let them know we are starting back this coming Saturday.
So you're and I like music, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know music like some people. Like my son, he's 19. He can tell you all about music.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of the Clark County Opera, I'm thinking a country music genre, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe bluegrass every once in a
We
while.
might do some later on, some gospel,
Yeah.
old time rock and roll.
Okay.
Whoops, and just oldies music. We're trying to maybe keep it with the old country
Right.
music, but we will be putting some in there that are different. Right now, we're doing only things that are just cover photo or cover songs. No originals just yet, and we've got an awesome band. And Maxwell's actually, they are providing all of the equipment, and the band just the band person just comes in and plugs in,
Yeah.
and so it's going to be got an awesome sound. Everything is. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I was going to say, Mark and his crew, they're excellent to work with. Great
They
people.
are.
It
They are.
sounds like the perfect marriage for you to find that place because they have all
Mm-hmm.
that equipment. You could just plug and play. So that was a
Right.
perfect opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So I got a clip from one of your first shows, just a couple minutes here to let our viewers have a little listen.
Okay.
Well, I say I do, but it's not advancing on me. Now, give me a second. Oh, it advanced, but it went the wrong. Oh, you know what? Maybe I've previewed the clips before and I didn't realize I was at the end. So, okay.
You didn't rewind it.
Let's take a listen here to a couple minutes from one of their first shows. If I close my eyes, I think Elvis was there.
That's Paul Penny. He is an awesome entertainer.
Yeah, that was some great Elvis music. Just on a side note, I had the radio or news on this morning. I saw where Elvis's, I believe it was grandson, passed away this morning.
Yes, I saw that. Well, it was a few days ago because I saw it yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Okay. They were talking about it on the radio this morning. It might have been a little later news or something.
Mm-hmm.
They might have been talking about the funeral was today or something. So
okay.
Anyway. But yeah, that was some awesome singing. So you bring in other bands, but do you have a house band that's there on a regular basis, or?
We will. We are looking for a house band, and it's some of them that we did have that were going to be full time. They kind of wanted to stay home for a while. They're enjoying it, and then they wanted to stay home with their families. And but we'll probably have one before too long. We'll be the same band every time.
It won't be. Is that what you said?
That one will not be a regular band.
Oh, I see.
But we will be having a full-time band eventually.
Right. And I'm sure that band will probably do some opening act before maybe another act at some point.
Well, we have just about everybody that we book for a band. Most of them all sing. And so we'll have them all sing, and then they will, the RMC will start bringing in the guests. We have 3 guests. And so they'll be singing quite a few. We have 2 sets, and then they'll be singing so many songs per set. Yeah. And it's a 3-hour show, so there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, that's a nice show.
It's a 3-hour show.
So, hearing you talk about Branson, and we talked about before the call the little theater that burnt down in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the Lincoln outdoor amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, over the years, you've had to see some of the best. Probably some of them when they didn't know they were the best, and they were rising stars. And is that fair to say?
Well, Bill probably knows them more than I do because he
Right.
did all that basically he did most of all that before we even met.
Okay.
But yeah, we have several Nashville star friends,
Yeah.
that we still know and everything, and we talk to. And I mean, one that we really love and we haven't seen for a while, and is Exile. And
Okay.
of course, Sonny lives in Jeffersonville.
Yeah, he's
And
from.
actually, he even told us the other day that if he's in Jeff, he's going to stop by.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
They sang at the River Stage a couple of years ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're due for an Exile fix.
Right.
It's been a while since we've seen them.
Right.
And but we do, we can. We know quite a few of them. David Frizzell, Jeannie Seeley. The ladies of the Grand Ole Opry.
Mhm.
We're all friends. And,
Right.
yeah, you get to be a family with these people.
Right.
And get to know them and enjoy them, and it's fun.
What's exciting to see something new and unique coming that's in Jeffersonville.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it's a little secret back there at Maxwell's House of Music. We got to get the word out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple shows coming up on July 24th, 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little clip from here.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
There's Johnny Cash himself. Looks like they do a little George Jones as well, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So they're going to be here on the 24th at 7 p.m. And then on August the 7th, and I believe Phyllis might have mentioned they've got these two shows scheduled so they can see how things work, with the way we are with COVID-19, the pandemic. So this is Eric and the Iconics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 60s to 70s Motown, rhythm and blues, pop and rock. So, like you said, it's not all country. So if people wanted to learn more about the Opry, you have a website. What's that address for that?
It's ClarkCountyOpry.com.
Yeah, Clark County Opry. Can they get tickets there, or do they do that?
You can get tickets for right now. We're going to just get them at the door. We're not going to reserve them, but you can get them anytime after 5:30.
Okay.
And the doors open at 6:30, and the show is at 7 to 10.
Wow, that's a for the price, I believe. Yeah, $12 for adults and $6 for children age 12 and under. That's a lot of entertainment for the price.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what else is there something we've missed that you'd really like to tell our listeners, viewers here about the Clark County Opry?
Well, eventually we're going to do several Friday night shows once everybody gets to know us. And then we're going to try to do some matinee shows like on a Saturday afternoon. We did have one booked, but of course we had to cancel it. And so we're going to maybe in the spring, we'll start doing that again. And like I say, we need to get the numbers in there first. And but it'll be something that, because what we'd like to do is we'd like to get people that don't want to go out at night. And that way they can come to a Saturday afternoon show, maybe a Sunday afternoon show. We've got quite a bit of stuff planned.
Sure. Well, Phyllis, it's great to see this exciting Clark County Opry here. I'm thrilled that you chose Jeffersonville. There were a lot of options, even though it sounds like it was God's fate that put you and Mark together to make this dream a reality. Jeffersonville is a great community, and hopefully our listeners will come out and support you. Just to let you know, it is a smaller theater, so it's not really huge. I'm sure some of our listeners have been in Maxwell's House of Music. back there. So, make sure you come and support Phyllis and her husband at the Clark County Opry so that it can continue to grow and be another viable, thriving business here in Jeffersonville. So visit their website, clarkcountyopry.com, to learn more information. Their phone number is on the screen there as well. If you need to make a call, I bet that rings straight to you, right, Phyllis?
Yes. Call this number because Maxwell's, they don't sell tickets, and they're going to call me anyway. So, if anybody calls, so just call this number and I'll answer it any time of the day.
Okay. Well, Phyllis, I appreciate you being on today. Love your concept and I wish you nothing but the best. So thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you for having us. Bye.
Okay, hey, this has been another edition of Live with Bill Burns. We appreciate you tuning in. Remember, like and share this post so we can get information about what's happening in our community and about our community leaders. Remember, if you know somebody or a business that would be a good for this program, make sure you drop me a private message or you can send an email. My contact information or text is on the Facebook page. We appreciate you tuning in and should see you next week. God bless each and every one of you and have a fabulous start to your week.